The clock is ticking, and for millions of Social Security and SSI recipients, November could bring more than just cooler weather. It could bring missed payments. Starting this month, new SSA banking and payment rules quietly took effect. Rules that could cause some seniors to lose access to their benefits, have their deposits delayed, or even see payments rejected by their banks. Most people haven't even heard about it yet, but if you depend on Social Security or SSI, this is something you need to understand before November deposits go out. Let's break down exactly what's changing, who's affected, and what you can do right now to protect your payments. So what's happening? The Social Security Administration, SSA, has started enforcing updated electronic payment verification rules through the Treasury's Direct Express and ACH systems. In simple terms, banks are now required to re-verify account ownership and flag any mismatched information before federal payments are accepted. Here's what that means for you. If the name on your bank account doesn't exactly match your Social Security record, your deposit could be rejected or delayed. If you've recently changed banks, added a joint holder, or moved your benefits to a prepaid card, your payment might get held for review. And for those using third-party or representative payee accounts, SSA is cross-checking those arrangements more aggressively than before. Now, the SSA says this is to prevent fraud and identity theft. But here's the issue. These new systems don't always get it right. Even small mismatches, like a missing middle initial or a nickname, have already caused payment holds in several states during October's test run. And when that happens, seniors are left scrambling, waiting days or even weeks for a manual verification that used to happen automatically. Hello everyone, and welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Today's update is very important for seniors, retirees, and Social Security beneficiaries. There's some good news about new payments. Yes, around $1,900 is being released this month for many SSI and retirement beneficiaries. Please listen carefully till the end because I'll explain who qualifies, when it's coming, and how you can make sure the money goes directly into your bank account. Many seniors have been waiting for this news for weeks, and finally, the Social Security Administration has confirmed that a higher payment, up to $1,900, will be deposited this month. This increase reflects the new cost of living adjustment and updated SSI support for eligible people. It's not a bonus or a random benefit. It's part of the official payment schedule that helps seniors keep up with rising living costs. Every year, Social Security and SSI benefits are adjusted based on the Consumer Price Index, which tracks the price changes of basic goods and services. This system ensures that your payments rise when living expenses increase, so your money keeps its value. The new COLA adjustment has already been added to monthly checks, and now this larger payment is showing up for many retirees and SSI recipients. Now, let's understand what this $1,900 actually means. Some people think it's an extra payment or a one-time bonus, but that's not exactly correct. The amount represents your total monthly benefit after the latest adjustment. For example, a single SSI recipient could now receive around $943 per month, depending on their situation. Couples or people receiving combined benefits can see up to $1,900 this month. So yes, the number is absolutely real, but the exact amount each person receives can vary depending on your eligibility category, your living arrangement, and even the type of benefits you're drawing from. For example, some retirees receive Social Security retirement only, while others qualify for SSI, Supplemental Security Income, which helps people with limited income or resources. Then there are individuals who qualify for both, often called dual beneficiaries. These are people who receive a regular Social Security, retirement, or disability check and an additional SSI payment to bring their total income closer to the federal standard. For many dual beneficiaries, that combination can now add up to around $1,900 this month. The total might differ slightly depending on your personal situation. For example, whether you live alone, live with a spouse, or share housing expenses. SSI amounts are adjusted based on your living arrangements and other income sources. That's why it's so important to check your official payment notice or your online My Social Security account. Many seniors will see that this month's deposit is the first to fully reflect the new COLA increase, also known as the cost of living adjustment. This change ensures that your benefits keep up with inflation and the rising cost of daily needs. You might be wondering how exactly the government decides these increases. Every year, the Social Security Administration, SSA, uses a formula that measures inflation through something called the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, CPIW. It tracks how prices change for essentials like food, rent, gas, clothing, transportation, and health care. When these prices rise, it means the overall cost of living is going up. To make sure Social Security beneficiaries don't lose their purchasing power, the COLA increase is applied to benefits for the following year. This ensures your check reflects the economic reality of the country, not just a fixed number that stays the same while everything around you gets more expensive. For this year, the COLA increase was around 3.2%. That may sound like a small number, but when you multiply it across millions of beneficiaries, it represents a significant national adjustment. The goal of the COLA system is simple: to protect seniors and people with disabilities from losing ground as prices rise. It doesn't make anyone rich, but it helps maintain a fair standard of living even during times of economic pressure. Now, let's talk more clearly about who qualifies for this increase. If you're 65 or older and currently receiving SSI, Supplemental Security Income, Social Security Retirement Benefits, or SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, then you are automatically included. You don't need to reapply, fill out any new forms, or contact any office. The SSA updates all accounts automatically once the new COLA is calculated and approved. Payments are sent directly through the same method you normally receive, either by direct deposit into your bank account, direct express card, or a paper check if you still use one. There's no separate application, and there's no fee or verification required for the COLA adjustment. However, your exact payment amount can still vary slightly from what others receive. That's because factors such as your total lifetime earnings, your work credits, spousal benefits, and household income can affect the final figure. If your personal situation has recently changed, and for example, if you started a part-time job, moved to a new residence, or your spouse's income increased, that could influence your SSI payment, since SSI is a need-based program that adjusts for income and resources. Social Security, retirement, and SSDI amounts are usually fixed unless there's a COLA or other policy adjustment, but SSI can shift depending on your financial circumstances. That's why it's a very good idea to log into your My Social Security account at SSA. Gov. My Account. There, you can see your detailed payment schedule, your updated monthly benefit, and your personal COLA adjustment notice. You can also review your benefit verification letter and confirm exactly how much is coming and when it's due to arrive. Keeping this information up to date helps you avoid confusion and ensures you understand every part of your benefit, whether it's Social Security, SSI, or SSDI. For many seniors and retirees, this month's payment will mark a small but meaningful improvement, a sign that the system is still working to protect your financial stability in retirement. It's not a bonus or special payout. It's a planned adjustment designed to help your benefits keep pace with the real-world economy. So if you see your deposit increase slightly, remember, that's your COLA adjustment at work, quietly doing what it was meant to do, help you maintain dignity and comfort as costs rise. Next, let's talk in more detail about payment dates, because this is the point where many people get confused every single month. Not everyone receives their money on the same day, and that often leads to unnecessary worry. The payment schedule is completely organized and depends on two things: your birth date and the type of benefit you receive from the Social Security Administration. If you receive SSI only, that's the Supplemental Security Income Program, your payment is usually sent on the first day of each month. However, if the first day of the month falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, then the payment is sent one business day earlier, typically on a Friday. For example, if the first is on a Sunday, then the deposit usually arrives on the Friday before. This ensures that beneficiaries never have to wait longer just because of the weekend. Now, people who receive Social Security Retirement or SSDI have a slightly different schedule. Their payments are released based on their birth date, and here's how it works. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month, you receive your payment on the second Wednesday of the month. If your birthday is between the 11th and the 20th, your payment arrives on the third Wednesday. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, your payment is scheduled for the fourth Wednesday of the month. And if your payment hasn't shown up yet, don't panic. It's simply following the official schedule for your group. This update is a positive sign that the Social Security Administration continues to respond to the needs of older Americans. For many, this payment means a little more relief, a little more comfort, and a little less financial stress each month. So, please remember, check your bank accounts, verify your information, and be patient if your date hasn't arrived yet. Everything follows a structured system, and your payment will come right on time according to your schedule. If you found this information helpful, please like this video, share it with other seniors, and subscribe for stimulus wealth on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and COLA changes. Staying informed helps you plan better, worry less, and make the most of your benefits. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and stay updated with the latest Social Security news and payment alerts. There, you can view your payment history, your next payment date, and your current monthly benefit amount, all in one place. You can also download your official benefit verification letter if you ever need it for housing, healthcare, or other programs. Friends, these payments are more than just numbers. For millions of seniors, retirees, and people with disabilities, this is their main source of income. It helps cover essential things like rent, groceries, and medical costs. That's why it's so important to stay informed and make sure everything in your Social Security account is accurate. This new monthly benefit, which for many people now reaches around $1,900, represents the updated COLA increase that began this year. It's designed to help seniors manage rising expenses and maintain stability. If you notice a slightly higher amount in your next deposit, that's your COLA adjustment at work. It's a small but meaningful difference that adds up over time. However, if you still receive a paper check, it can take a few extra days depending on the postal service. That's one reason why most people are encouraged to switch to direct deposit. It's faster, safer, and reduces the risk of lost or delayed checks. Before your payment arrives, it's always smart to double-check your bank information in your Social Security profile. Even one small mistake, like a wrong digit in your routing number, can delay your funds. Make sure your information is current, especially if you've recently changed your bank or opened a new account. It's also a good habit to keep an eye on your mail or email messages from the SSA. Sometimes they send notices about COLA adjustments, benefit changes, or verification requests. If you haven't received any notice yet, don't worry. You can easily check your details by logging into your My Social Security account at SSA.gov My Account. For those who receive both SSI and Social Security, you'll often receive two separate payments: your SSI payment at the beginning of the month and your Social Security payment later in the month, following your birth date schedule. Now, let's talk about how the money arrives. If you're enrolled in direct deposit, your funds are transferred electronically into your bank account, usually by midnight of your scheduled date. That means many people can see the amount showing in their account early in the morning, sometimes even a few hours before the official date. If you're using a Direct Express debit card, the process is automatic as well. The payment is posted directly to your card, and you can use it immediately. You don't have to call or confirm anything. It's handled entirely by the Treasury Department's payment system.